What's going on, everyone? The Dragon's back, and today I've got a post-commented battle for you guys from Malphas. I met this guy on a group I'm part of on Facebook. He was looking for UU matches. I volunteered, and this ended up being a really crazy match. It was really close. It was really good. So let's get into it. You can see I'm bringing the Ambipom, Trevenant, Golbat, Ampharos, Vivian, Sharpedo. The Ambipoms that I run here is probably the most obnoxious Pokemon I run out of any game I've played so far, but we'll get more into that in a second. My Mixed Wall Trevenant, Special Bulky Golbat, Mega Ampharos, Focus Sash Vivian, and Life Orb Sharpedo. We see he is bringing Cradily, Golbat, Primeape, Feraligatr, Milk Tank, and Liepard. So as soon as I saw his team, I saw Golbat, I was like, oh, it's going to be good, you know, because I love seeing UU posts like that. No, he's Eviolite. Alright, so let's get into it. As you can see here, my opponent chooses to open with his Bethori, which is the Liepard, and I open with my Ambipom. He sees this matchup, he doesn't like it. I go for the safe fake out right here. He goes out into Doors, which is the Golbat, I believe. Yep. And yeah, fake out doesn't do much to an Eviolite Golbat. That's not bad considering, actually. So seeing that, I go ahead and U-turn out, try to go in something, you know, a little bit more beneficial to me. So Ambipom comes back, go out into Goku, my Mega Ampharos. He goes for the Hypnosis, misses, and sees this is not a favorable matchup, so he switches out. I am still able to get off my Mega Evolution, and I believe I actually Volt Switch for Switch Initiative here, predicting him to switch out like he did. So you see the Mega Evolution there. You see the Mold Breaker, I break the molds. I use Thunderbolt, I don't get the Volt Switch out right there, I'm sorry, it must be next turn. And Cradily is kind of a bulky wall, so that doesn't do too much, not to mention he resists. We see the leftovers on him, I switch out, hard switch now, fearing the status, go into my Golbat. He goes for the Stone Edge, fortunately he misses. I think at this point I was just thinking, hey, let's get this Toxic off and let's go ahead and switch out. But I knew I could take at least one Stone Edge from him because Golbat is fat. The bat is fat. So you see here he actually lands a Stone Edge, I land a Toxic. Does about half damage, which for a super effective stab is ridiculous, even if he's a bulky variant. So now he's getting some Toxic off. I feel like I'm in a decent spot. I'm going to go ahead and if he switches out, I think I actually roost right here. And now he goes out into his Milk Tank. This little heifer gave me so much problems throughout the match. There's actually a point later where both of us are just trying to figure out what to do with each other, because this thing caused me trouble the whole time. So from here I go into my Trevenant. You know, it's I know Milk Tank can be pretty strong physically, and you see right there. So I figure out into my Trevenant, burn it, seed it, and pretty much neutralize it. He goes for Thunder Wave here. I'm not worried about that at all, because I'm running Harvest Lumberry, which is an annoying set, but it's so good. So you see my Lumberry cures me right there, and I go for the Will-O-Wisp, and I land it. So now I'm thinking, alright, he's pretty much neutralized, he can't hurt me. Let's go for the Leech Seed, get some residual damage off, because Trevenant really can't do a ton of damage, and then he goes for the Heal Bell, as you see. So I was like, oh man, that's where it started. Now I see he's got the Sap Sipper. Again, just kind of goes downhill from there. So now I'm really not sure what I've got for this Milk Tank, but fortunately he switches out. Goes out in the Doors, which is the Golbat again, I believe, and I'm actually able to Will-O-Wisp the Golbat again. So I think, I forget if he tries to Brave Bird me or if he just switches out. No, he tries to put me to sleep, and he does, but again, I've got the Harvest Lumberry. So I'm not too worried about it, actually. And you see right there, I got the Lumberry, wakes me right back up. I'm able to seed him. And I know he's bulky, but he's either got Super Fang or Brave Bird is usually what you run for an attack on a Golbat. And I did not see the Brave Bird, and even if he did Brave Bird, I noticed that, I say I noticed, but I burned him, so I knew I could take at least one from a full health Trevenant. So here I go into Goku again, and oh, there's the air slash. So it's a good thing I did switch out at that point. So you see, air slash not very effective. I'm able to pretty much heal it right back. And I want to say at this point I hit a volt switch, possibly. Let's find out, because I figured he was going to switch anyway, so I wanted to get some switch initiative going on there. Goes out into Rubber Smith, the Cradley again, and I do go for the volt switch. I'm trying to find a favorable matchup for this thing. And let's see, I'm trying to remember what I go out into. I go out into my own Golbat. At this point, like I said, guys, please forgive me, I'm still fairly new at competitive battling. I'm trying to find a way around everything. I know he's going to go back out into that milk tank, and I know I've got to take out that milk tank. So I know if I keep statusing everything, his Golbat, his Cradley, eventually the milk tank's I'm going to draw out the milk tank again. And I know I've got to do something about that. Because I can status him all day, but that heal bell was such a thorn in my side for this whole thing. Not to mention how bulky that milk tank was. So see, get the Toxic off there, he gets hurt by poison, he gets leftovers again, I go for a Brave Bird, he goes for a Swords Dance. And I know I'm in trouble at this point, but Brave Bird did decent physical damage, and I'm not sure what really wants to take a stab +2 Stone Edge, so I do let my Golbat go down right here. Which is a shame, but like I said, I wasn't sure really what wanted to take that. Even my physical wall Trevenants, don't know if he would have liked that too much or not. So here I do go out into my Sharpedo. This is a speed boost Sharpedo with a life orb. So my first move is going to be, usually I protect first, get the speed boost off, but I knew it was going to be faster than Cradley, so I go for the Waterfall, which was a risky play, because Cradley can have Storm Drain. But it turns out he switches out, so the risk pays off, and then we see the Liepard has the Focus Sash. So now I protect to try to figure out what this Liepard wants to do to me, because I think Liepard's pretty fast. I see the Thunder Wave. I'm thinking, you know what, I'm +2 now, I'm faster than him, it shouldn't matter at all. Then I realize that Liepard is Prankster. So, like I said, he got me there, but I do get off the Waterfall. I do take out his Liepard, and I do get Toxic on my Sharpedo, which does kind of stink, because that thing is very, very powerful in UU. Just the Life Orb, he's the Toxic damage. He goes out into the Milk Tank, I believe, at this point. Yep, the Milk Tank. And I don't know why, but this whole fight I was thinking that Milk Tank was a mixed wall, which it can be built as a mixed wall, but this one, physical attacks were definitely what took it out. So I probably could have stayed in right there, done a lot of damage to it, possibly taken it out, but for whatever reason I switched back out. And this is the point in the fight where we're just trying to figure out what to do with each other. Because I think I forget like twice back to back here that he's got Sap Sipper and he just keeps trying to status me. So like I said, I'm not sure what he's thinking from his end, but from my end, I was trying to buy time to figure out what to do, what I had for that Milk Tank, because that thing walled me so bad. So eventually I come to realize that I need to force him to basically use the heal bell so I can create an opportunity to switch out, which I think you should see coming up here in a few seconds. So I give him an attack boost there, so now I'm going to burn him to try to negate that, yeah. And I'm going to predict the heal bell and switch out. I believe it's this turn, actually. Yeah, you see me harvest there, get my Lumberry back. Nope, he goes for Thunder Wave. It should be coming up soon, but yeah, I know that I've got to create an opportunity to switch, because I know that he needs to heal bell, otherwise the burn is slowly going to take him out. So yeah, right here I predict the heal bell, I switch out into my Ampharos, because I plan on Volt switching, because I know that'll get some chip damage off, and Ampharos is so slow that even if Milk Tank hits him, Milk Tank will go first, because Mega Ampharos is slow, and he will take the damage, and then he will move second and get the Volt switch off, and whatever I want to bring in can actually come in without taking any damage, as you see right here. So at this point I switch into my Ambipom, and Thunderbolt might have taken him out right there. I don't know. That would have been close, but I do feel that Volt Switch was a safer play, was the better play in the long run, because now I got into my Ambipom. Now, like I said before, this is the most obnoxious thing I run. You're going to see me fake out right here, stab, technician, fake out. Does some good damage, you know, fake out makes you flinch. Now I use fling my King's Rock, get a little bit more chip damage off, taking no chances here. King's Rock makes you flinch again. And right now I just finished off with a double hit. So, like I said, that's the most obnoxious set I run, and you're about to see his final move is actually U-turn. So, you flinch it twice, you double hit it, and then you run. And then you come out and fake out again, double hit again, U-turn again. That's basically how this whole set works. Obnoxious, really cheeky, but it works really well. So, I go out into my Trevenant, knowing that Feraligatr is usually physical. He set some Swords Dance here, so I'm like, okay, this is bad, but I think I might be able to do something about it if I can land a Will-O-Wisp. Harvest my Lumberry, so, you know, if I do land the Will-O-Wisp, I can possibly rest. Has Ice Punch. I live at 1 somehow, I live at 1. I do get off the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm in a good spot here. And then this happens. So he's at +2, no burn, with an Ice Punch. And that hurt pretty bad. So at this point I was thinking, oh man, what have I got for this? So I go back out of my Ambipom, trying for fake out double hit, and I am actually able to pull it off. And as you see, fake out works pretty good. Double hit does quite a bit of damage. Now I think if I'd saved my King's Rock, probably could have taken it out right here, but like I said, I was taking no chances with that Milk Tank. A +2 waterfall from a Feraligatr to a frail Ambipom is going to wreck it. So you see my Ambipom go down here. At this point I got into Sharpedo. I know he's +2, but I also know that I do resist. Making sure I outspeed right here. I did not know he had the Aqua Jet, that's where I learned. So, I can hope he doesn't go for the Aqua Jet right here, but he has no reason not to go for it. So I go for Waterfall, he goes for an Aqua Jet, and is able to take out my Sharpedo, because Sharpedo is once again pretty frail. The sweepers in this team are pretty powerful, but again, pretty frail. So at this point I got into my Vivian. Vivian's Scarfed. I know I've got to set up on it a little bit. I've got to put it to sleep, and I've got to set up and try to basically get rid of his whole team right here. So I am able to get off the sleep powder, as you see. And you get 1 turn guaranteed sleep with his gem. So I go for the Quiver Dance, and you see him, I'm not sure if he went first there, if he went for the Aqua Jet. Could have well been either. But you see me get the Quiver Dance off, you see me get my stats raised. Feraligatr's asleep, trying to go first again for the Aqua Jet. I go for Bug Buzz, and that is enough to take it out. So I'm sitting in a decent spot right here. I've got a +1 Vivian and special attack, special defense, and speed. Down to my Sash. Brings out the Cradily, which is weak to Bug, so I go for the Bug Buzz and take it out. Again, I could go for Sleep Powder and try to set up again, but that was just risky because, well, Grass type, Sleep Powder is a Grass type move when it worked on him. That comes out into Primeape. Again, I could try to set up, but he can have Vital Spirit, which means that sleep moves don't work on him, so I am able to land the Hurricane, take him out. My Vivian is actually Compound Ice, so that's why Hurricane hits a little bit more often than normal. Now he goes out into the Golbat. Now I know Bug Buzz is double resisted, but I'm thinking, you know, it's +1 Vivian. Doesn't take him out, he goes for the Roost. So I think I actually messaged the guy at this point on Facebook and was like, man, the bulk is real, and we both kind of had a laugh at it. So here, I do go for the Sleep Powder again, put him to sleep, and I think I just go for the safe Hurricane here to take him out. Let's see, he's still faster than me. I go for the Hurricane. Hurricane does hit. I believe that is a one-shot from where he's at. It is. So the Golbat goes down, and I win. Like I said, crazy fight, good fight. He's a good guy. We traded Pokemon afterwards. I actually was able to pick up that Milk Tank, and I let him have a Trevenant. So GG Malphas. And yeah, I think that's about all I want to say today. Remember, if you like what you saw, leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to me if you could. Leave comments. I want to be interactive with you guys. Follow me on Twitter. And again, just I'd like to get some few subscribers, start interacting with you guys, and I'm gonna try to keep posting 2 videos a day. So you guys have yourselves a good day. Dragon's Heart out.